Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves Juju 12.
What's up, everybody? What's up, fam? Come on in, come on in, come on in. It's 5:30 right here on the West Coast. Burning up still, burning up. I had to go to white tea. So hot. I don't know if I should go chain out or chain in. What y'all think? Woo, y'all. It is burning up here in Southern Cal. What's going on, Jay? Thanks for joining, fam. Per usual, like I said, I'll get up here and just talk to one person. Come on in, come on in. If you follow me on X, I'm also on YouTube, where you can see the comments from the fam. Thank you, fam. And just great news. I'm excited. You know, I'm looking forward, and we'll talk about it, to the Sweet 16. I'm looking forward to what the summer is going to hold for my girls at USC. And I'm looking forward to, obviously, the championship, Elite Eight, Final Four, step by step by step, watching these girls, watching these women perform to see what it takes for our Lady Trojans to be here next year, which will be perfect. I can't remember. You're going to remind me, Jay, is it going to be in Vegas next year, or is that going to be the Big Ten in Vegas? I'm thinking that the Final Four will be in Vegas. And you already know, Vegas is a hop, skip, and jump for us. So we're going to be right there in Vegas. That's why I believe everything happens for a reason. Okay. So come on in, fam. Come on in. Just a couple things I want to talk about today. Something I'm just really, really, really super excited about. Trojans are always making me proud. Got some exciting news. That I want to share with you. I'm excited to share. What do you see there, fam? What do y'all see there, fam? Take a look at that. If you don't know, this is the number one recruit out of high school, out of Aspire Academy, Saniyah Hall. Next up, we have the Aussie, Sitaya Fagan, followed by the Nigerian out of, I think she plays high school ball out of DME, I'm not sure. It's in Ohio in 2027. Oh, it's in Ohio. So the Big Ten must be in Vegas. I've never been to Ohio. Have you? Nike Hoop Summit coming April 11th with these beauties right here. The Trojan Trio Takeover. Saniyah Hall will be playing for Team USA. Sitaya Fagan and Sara Okeke will play for the World USA. What is this about, you say? USC's future is on full display at the Nike Hoop Summit as Saniyah Hall represents Team USA while Sitaya Fagan and Sara Okeke suit up for the World Select Team. This is a straight-up Trojan takeover and a must-watch moment for USC women's basketball. Tonight, we're talking about Saniyah Hall on Team USA, Sitaya Fagan, also called as Tay, and Sara Okeke on Team World. What this matchup says about the future of USC women's basketball, why the Trojans recruiting machine is on another level, which future Trojan can make the biggest statement, and 3 future Trojans, 1 big stage, and USC fans already know what that means. So, which Trojan are you most excited to watch? Saniyah, Sitaya, or Sara? Let's talk about it, Doc. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Which Trojan are you all most excited to? If you're watching this on replay, you can make a comment like you always do. What's going on? What's up? You said Saniya's a dog. I know that's what I'm hearing. I ain't hearing enough noise for her, so I gotta make some noise, fam. Jay says Sitaya. Okay, well, I don't know how to pronounce that. MP host on 5210. You said Saniyah. Oh man, like it's a takeover. We got three of them in there, y'all. They got to play against each other. They got to play against their sisters. You know, Team USC. Saniyah Hall leads the charge for leads the takeover charge for this event, the Nike Hoop Summit. So I'm so excited. I don't know why I thought this was a summertime event, y'all, but this is in April. And that explains why I've been seeing Taya going so hard, working out and getting ready. So Jay, I already know. She's been using the USC resources and training staff and conditioning staff. I've seen her and Juju flexing their muscles. So, hey, what's up, Donna? So you say, hey, Drew, I'm excited to see Sarah most. I want to see her go to work in the post. Yeah, we haven't really, I can agree with that because we haven't really seen a real cool, dominant post. Sara Okeke, in my opinion, reminds me of Nneka Ogwumike. And I watched Nneka from her freshman year to her senior year at Stanford. When I think about her and her sister, but when I think about Nneka when she came, just the Olajuwon style that she had down low on the post with the good footwork and everything. I don't see him in the chat. Tell him to come in the chat first. So I think you're right. I'm excited obviously to see all three of them, no doubt. But I haven't seen a really exciting post that really catches my eye in college. That just runs the floor like Sara Okeke does, maneuvers from block to block. I don't know. I can't think of one that. Toby Fournier is pretty wiry, but she really just started getting some playing time this year. Who's your favorite post that may be similar to Nneka or similar to Sarah? That's your favorite. Maybe I'm just forgetting. Because when I've seen her play, I really don't know that I've seen anything. What's up, RC? My emotions about to get shredded. A lot of favorite players about to get sent packing in the Sweet 16. Ha! You ain't lying, brother. Yeah, so that was my news that I wanted to break to you. I think it was very important, obviously, to mention that. And just to really get you guys, and I'm so happy because, usually after basketball is over, it takes a little while before the WNBA starts, even though I think the WNBA is going to start out, maybe the first week. I think we get excited because we watch the draft. Of course, we'll probably talk about the portal, things like that. But so having a look at this early really gets me excited because I'm kind of being selfish, but I kind of want my Trojans to focus on conditioning, getting in shape, and getting together as a unit and working out together, starting like June with each other, after school's out, finals are done. And so for them to be able to do this in April, then I think we got the McDonald All-American game, which I'm going to be tuned in for. So Donovan said for big Jew, Hannah can Wait. You're jumping ahead, RC. Slow down. I'll get to that. For Biggs, that's tough. But the one I just got put on his. Oh yeah, I got put on with Uche too. The fresh, and she's a freshman at Syracuse. She said, "Forget it." Even though they was getting, they were getting it handed to. Uche was like, I'm not doing this. I kind of like Madison. Madison played like that for Mississippi State. Madison Francis. I like seeing a big maneuver like her, and I liked Uche from Syracuse. You're absolutely right. Good call. Saniyah, for me, she's a matchup nightmare. Swiss Army knife. If she gets her passing game and pick up, pop and roll, it's over. Pick and roll, pop and roll, pop and roll, it's over. Oh, I can't wait. I like that you know about her. Thank you. I like that you know about her. Tell us more. Tell us more. That's what's up. Tell us more. Ooh, the Trojan takeover. Jay, I can't believe we get to watch this. We get to watch this. Because just like last year I was watching, I was loving the Nike Summit from last year. Some of the key performance was for Team USA was Jazzy Davison and Sienna Betts. That's all I kept hearing. Jazzy, Sienna. They was like playing 2-man ball. Yeah, the average 15 and 9 as a freshman. Give her a 3-ball. That's a few. Yeah, that 3-ball could come later. It doesn't have to come as early in the college. That can be, worked on later. Although the girls I notice are starting to want to. If you don't have it already, then you need to just stick to what your team needs. Allow 3-point shooters to. That's just my thought. The 3-point shooters to take the shot. The shooters to shoot, and get your ass down there in the paint and act like a big. That used to drive me, but I come from a different time. It used to drive me crazy when they wanted to take their ass outside of the paint and start shooting when we needed somebody inside. And you got us guards and forwards rebounding. What the hell? But it's a beautiful thing if you can pull it. Jazzy gonna be all right. That's yet to come. Oh, Jazzy's fine. Jazzy is the if you don't know, is the USBWA freshman of the year. I think she's got AP next. Is it Wooden or Naismith? National Player of the Year? There's probably Naismith. And then I think there's Wooden awards. But I want to see her grab that, and let's just settle this debate once and for all. I say all right, because Jazzy was teary-eyed up in that post presser. She had a mofo fabulous season. I ain't got nothing to look sad about. She's headed to a legendary lane. She is headed to a legendary lane. She did something that the great Juju Watkins, Cheryl Miller, and the rest of them hadn't done, which is to be the first freshman in USC, I believe, history to score in their first opening tournament game. Lil Mama scored over 30 points. She scored 31 points. Come on now. The future ain't bright. I don't know what is. Juju had 23 in her opening, 20 and 28 in the following game. Jazzy had 31 and I think 12 against South Carolina. And she was not playing when she was out there. It was against South Carolina. When she gets help, when she gets the help she needs and she's able to pick and roll and pop, oh, it's over. It's lights out. I love the fact that she's played them twice and was not successful, but she doesn't have a problem with she's not going to have a problem when she comes back next year, y'all. That's all I got to tell you, man. It's going to be lights out. There was something else I wanted to show you guys. And I'm going to try to see if I can blow this up. Okay, I can. I'm going to blow something up to you. We have, I don't know, how many of y'all are following, how many of you guys are following the, or know anything about the March Madness brackets? How many of y'all did a bracket? And how many did you guys know there was one bracket that was perfect left? Somebody actually had a perfect bracket. I think I dropped to like 80 or 60, maybe 80% or something. Somebody had one perfect bracket. It was a boy, a young boy, a middle schooler who doesn't even follow the game that much. He had the last perfect bracket. And I'm going to show you guys right now what that bracket looks like. Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you that bracket. I want you guys to pay attention. You didn't do a bracket, but I was shocked to see the one perfect bracket, a middle school boy. And I want you to notice, your bracket got tore up, King Line. I want you to notice who the winner is. It's exactly who I said it was going to be, and exactly who my Final Four is. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I lied. One is different, but wait till you see the Final Four that he chose, since his bracket is perfect so far. You're going to be shocked, and you might be shocked with the winner, but it's the winner that I have. Can y'all guess? Do you want to guess? All right, I'm going to bring it up. There it is. There it is, y'all. There it is. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? So let's go over here to this left side. What's coming up in the final Sweet 16 will be UCLA will play North Carolina. Yukon. I'm sorry. I apologize, guys. Yukon will be playing North Carolina, and he chose Yukon to win. I don't think anybody has a problem with that. This is going to be a great game. Notre Dame and Vanderbilt. And Notre Dame, the Demon Leprechaun is on the move. She's doing things that nobody thought she could do. People that are Hannah fans did. But everybody wants to see this matchup between, and I do, Hannah and Michaela. Okay? Hannah and Michaela. So right there, don't jump ahead, y'all. Notre Dame over Vanderbilt over Notre Dame. Next, we got South Carolina playing Oklahoma. They got South Carolina winning. TCU over Virginia. Obviously, TCU probably win. With the winner, this is the interesting thing he chose in that perfect bracket so far. He chose TCU over South Carolina. And like I said, he said he didn't really have much experience. But for whatever reason, why he did that, I have nothing to do with it. But he chose TCU over South Carolina. So then over here, we got UCLA over Minnesota, Duke over LSU. And I don't think LSU fans are going to like that. I don't know. Duke over South Carolina, that's what he got. He got Texas over Kentucky, and then he has Michigan over Louisville. And I think a lot of people have said that as well. Tell me what you guys think. Duke over LSU is a stretch? Okay. And then it comes down to the Final Four. Yukon will play TCU. Yukon, obviously, the winner. UCLA will play Texas. They played November when I was in Vegas for Thanksgiving. He got Texas over that. And then Yukon will face Texas, which is what I said. And he chose Texas as the winner, y'all. He chose Texas. He chose Texas as the winner, y'all. Wow. So you said Duke over Jacob is a fast stretch. You said you wanted to come up. Jacob, do you have some? Are you participating in the conversation? Or are you just going to be looking at TV or looking at all over the place? You got to look at the screen and communicate. I'll let you up for a little while. Please join me. There's the link. King Lion, you said the Huskies probably won't repeat, but they won't lose to a team that can't score. But that's why Texas can score, though. TCU can't even beat anybody good. How they going to beat South Carolina? I don't know. I was just showing you, the kids' bracket, the last perfect bracket. Maybe that's where the bracket gets kind of, obviously crazy. I can't believe it either, bro. I know TCU. Like some people I know, have Oklahoma winning. But wouldn't that be a crazy wild ride if TCU? Because sometimes people figure it out as they continue in the fight down the stretch in the tournament. People start getting better and better. They just start peaking at the right time, you know. And then, Oklahoma should already have confidence. They, if they walk in feeling like, okay, this is what we did last time. Let's see if they, like Yukon did. They said, well, let's see if they can if they figured it out. And if you still can't stop what worked last time, but last time it was a close game. I don't think it was a matter of South Carolina doing anything other than like going into overtime, and they just looked discombobulated. And I think Oklahoma came from behind on South Carolina. Could be wrong. So you think they're going to beat? You said they're going to beat the brakes off Oklahoma? Okay, that's why we watch. I'm all for the Longhorns. I think Book finally says screw Vic's game plan. She do be looking like that. Low key, she does have the power to do it, but sometimes, she doesn't. Like her freshman year, though, she impressed me. She had like this takeover mentality, and I loved it. Like she was like, screw his plan, and she would just play. She would just hoop, and then he would adjust and just go with it, and it worked. And so now she has so many other. She has so many other weapons. Jordan Lee, Justin Carlton, Aaliyah Crump, Preston, Rory, Oldacre. Oh, gosh. I just feel like there's more over there on that bench. He goes deep. King Lion, you said there. Who's winning the championship? Who's winning the championship in your eyes, King Lion? I want Roy to get one. I think Texas is due. They're due to get one. Last time I remember Jody Conrad when they beat us. Then we can get more shine because they could talk about back in the day when they beat the Trojans. But that was a third straight trip for the Trojans to the championship. The Horns don't play well on the road against top opponent. That has been the common theme all year. Well, the thing that I think they have an edge on everybody is playing in Fort Worth, and they've been playing in Texas and in Fort Worth. They don't have the travel. They don't have the wear and tear of travel on their legs like everybody else, guys. It kind of favors them to win. The travel makes a big difference, and then Texas to Arizona, that's hop, skip, and jump for them. That's a hop, skip, and jump. So they got an easy time, and what's important is, on their bodies. You got to think about that. They don't got the wear and tear on their body, yo. And their fans have a shorter trip to travel with them. Yukon is going to repeat it, and nobody can stop them. Okay, Yukon and that defense has been a problem. It has. And seeing it up close in person, I would have to agree. You only got to win by one, so I don't know why he picked that. And when I say, and when I picked Texas, it wasn't about like I felt they would dominate or something. It just something's gonna happen. Like if those two are in it, it's gonna be a close one. Well, Jacob, come back. Turn your camera on. Are you ready? Put your thumb up. Look to the stage.
Oh,
Baby Jacob.
oh Lord. TCU, I saw that bracket. TCU, oh Lord, we're not doing this. No, we're not doing this. TCU?
The young man been right so far.
TCU? Oh, Lord. Olivia Miles is not going to do shit. I'm sorry. And I know Jay crashed out on me about hating on Olivia Miles. She crashed out on me already. She's going to crash out on me again.
And you know what's gonna be so funny? If she does it, I'm coming to you. I'm gonna laugh.
Oh no!
I'm gonna laugh because I'm like, you guys be like on that girl so bad, like, and I get it, but you guys be on her so badly, and then she ends up doing something for her team that you just can't imagine that she would do. Like, I don't know. I don't know. She had 40 this year.
I mean, okay.
I'm not.
She's a playoff choker. She's a playoff choker, though.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the kid. I don't know. The kid got the magic touch. I gotta see.
I'll fall the way out. I'm gonna be with you right there, Donovan. If that actually happens, I'm gonna be right with you.
Yeah, Ballin Chill said I got Texas Booker looking like KD for real. She is. She is. She better get it together because Juju Watkins is coming. Juju Watkins from the class. They're in the same class, and Booker is acting like she got some sense. But what trips me out, Jacob, about his bracket is like he gave no chance to LSU, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, I would, if anybody, LSU could be in the Final Four.
Hold on. UCLA, Texas, Yukon, TCU. This person really thinks TCU is going to be South Carolina. Okay, please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
His bracket is perfect right now.
I know, but still, TCU versus South Carolina. Okay.
So LSU, Jay, would have to beat UCLA, and I think. Let me tell you something. If LSU gets a get back on UCLA, I think those girls will break down and cry on that goddamn floor. There wouldn't be nothing that would hold back my tears. If I was UCLA, I would cry. I didn't even care if the cameras is on me or not. I would freaking cry. I would cry if LSU were to beat them. I don't even care about the cameras. Like, put the cameras on me or you won't. Cause look. First of all, he has UCLA obviously beating Minnesota. Now this would be crazy because you know how I be feeling about my other Big Ten teams. I be feeling like Minnesota beat up on them, but then UCLA advanced. Then Duke and LSU. Here is the kicker. This is where Jacob is probably gonna laugh his ass off. If Duke beats LSU, how would you feel about that? Duke and all that shit talking Fly J was doing, I would be like, girl.
No, Jew, if that happens, I know a lot of LSU people on the internet that I go on their panels. I am going to go straight on their panels. They let me up. I'm going to laugh right in their face saying, hey, y'all are talking shit about UCLA. Y'all got your asses beat.
They can't even, first of all, slow down, everybody. They can't even get to UCLA. And I don't think that's what you meant, but they can't. You guys, you're overlooking Duke, the Olympic coach. Toby Fournier, Ashlyn Watkins, Riley. Who else they got, Jay?
Riley Nelson.
Riley Nelson, that's her name. Riley Nelson. Who else Duke got?
I forgot her first name.
Tamir Mir or something like that. Something T-Mir. You know, whatever they got going over there, Duke, everybody's skipping and saying LSU is going straight to play UCLA, but nobody's talking about Duke. And when you do that, it makes the team kind of be like, what are y'all doing? Where's Jaden Donovan? I haven't heard.
She's been out.
Oh, Jaden, you've been missing everything. Delaney Thomas.
She sucks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You're right. Delaney Thomas tank. Yep, that's it. You got it done. That's it. He got the names. There it is, right there. Ta- I don't know. Tina, Mayor. Yep. If
Okay.
Carr pulls that off, I will be in disbelief.
I wouldn't
For
be
real.
shocked, but
Everybody got LSU over Duke.
I'm in the middle.
I'm scared to go against it because I don't know. I mean, it would be easy for me to say LSU all day long because at the beginning of the year, I just had LSU being in the Final Four, and then it was just up and down. I didn't know what was going on over there. Yeah, Duke is a different looking team, Jay. But LSU is tough. Only way they lose is if the Tigers check out mentally or act emotional.
Jew, sorry to interrupt you, but Ball and Chill, is your profile picture Jazzy Davidson with a tiara?
That's right, volunteer.
I didn't notice that.
That's right. You know what up?
That's funny.
He knows what up. Yes, sir. I don't care. Fall in love with her beauty, and then you will be drawn to her game. I ain't got no problem with it. There's nothing wrong with that. Hey, whatever draws you guys into the game, then hopefully once you're in, then you fall in love with their game, and then you look at you fall in love with all the Trojans. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the youngsters say, that the Trojans we got the face cards, and y'all was already in love with Juju and her exoticness, and now we just got too much going on. I have a picture of my godson next to her, and people be like, "Is he related to her?" But I think he looks more like Malia. When I have them side by side. Yeah, so it's kind of cute.
No, Ball and Chill, I agree with you. She does give me Princess vibes. Not gonna lie.
She's the cover girl. And she's a natural in front of the camera. Like with her little commercials that she does. I think Jazzy had Juju. I think Juju's commercials took off her sophomore year, right?
Which ones are you talking about? Are you talking about the
Shoot,
There's
so many commercials Juju has. But
I think it took off at the end of her freshman year, I believe, the tournament. I believe that's when it started taking off.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if Juju. I can't remember if Juju had commercials her freshman year.
Yeah, she did. She had one with Joel Embiid.
Yeah, that's it. You're right. That's it. Absolutely, she did.
Well, to be fair, Juju did have Jazzy did have a commercial with Steve Nash before she even entered college. So I think she the one step ahead of her in that department. I can't lie.
Yeah, she did. She does. Let me see. I'm looking at
His bracket's cooked though. There's no way.
When do you think his bracket's gonna bust?
Okay, so let's look at this here. So Yukon Vanderbilt. Ooh, that's Notre Dame versus Vanderbilt. That's going to be a tough one, even though Vanderbilt should have the advantage. South Carolina, Oklahoma. Jay said this multiple times. Oklahoma should get their ass kicked. TCU, Virginia. I don't know because Kamora Johnson.
No. I want to get your take
on what?
On Notre Dame Vanderbilt.
Oh, okay. So I expect. Well, this is gonna. I'm actually curious how Vandy's gonna go, because I know Michaela Blake is chasing history with the most points through their first 2 years. I believe she's 1 point behind Caitlin Clark for third, and I believe she's like 48 points away from tying or breaking Juju. So that will be interesting. I'm interested to see how Michaela Blake does against Notre Dame in order to go to Yukon. I'm interested on that. I have Vandy winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if Notre Dame takes it. I wouldn't be surprised.
What is it?
I have that exact feeling.
Who needs to show up to Jacob in order from Notre Dame?
Sandra Prosper, Ayanna Moore. Especially that's her former team. So
I actually like what?
Ayanna Moore, that's her former team.
She played for Vandy?
Yeah, last year.
Ooh, now this makes this interesting.
She played for them last year.
That makes because I've been watching her. Okay, keep going.
Justine Passat needs to show up for Vandy.
You don't like De Jesus?
She's just too inconsistent for me.
KK Bransford?
Oh no, yeah, I keep forgetting she's even on the floor because she's always injured. Yeah, more. God dang it! What Galvin needs to show up.
You named a lot. You named a lot for Notre Dame. Now you know obviously Blake. You always got Galvin. You got Passat. You got Sasha Washington, and that's all the names that stick out for me for Vandy. And if Miss Blake's is, you know, the number one option, obviously, right? It's gonna have the ball in her hands. She's a scorer, the playmaker, mainly a scorer. And I hate to say this, but no, I'm gonna say it out loud. Because I talked to Malia about it, and Hannah be fouling the shit out of people. They don't be calling her. She's so handsy, but she gets away with it. I don't know if Blake's is ready for this, because she's gonna be on her like white on rice. She's gonna be on her like white on rice, and the refs let her play. Hannah will reach under, reach around you, like on you, slap your hand, like everything. Like Hannah's ball for her. Can did they play this year?
No, they didn't. They didn't play this year.
Who was that team that had Michaela locked up and her team actually pulled away?
That was Michigan.
And she was all over the floor and everything. Hannah not guarding her. She'll be on Galvin. You think Hannah will be on Galvin?
Yeah.
Why are we worried about Galvin?
She can go off too. She was in the SEC Freshman of the Year for no reason.
I don't think Hannah's letting that go. She ain't letting that Michaela Blaze go off on her. I want to see, guys. I want to see if you guys are right. We got to watch this. I don't know, guys. But okay, I hear you. I respect your take. And I mean, because if she drives, I like Jay's approach, because if she drives Galvin crazy, and Galvin got handles now, she can get off. They better be ready for her to release the ball and start an offense, because if she's all over Galvin and picks the shit out of her, there's nobody to give Galvin a break.
No.
You know what I mean? So then it's not like Michaela goes and she can play point like we would do. We would switch about 2-3 people that can bring the ball up, the Trojans. But their off guard, which is her, doesn't know how to do that, nor her wing. So Galvin, I mean, she got to be ready, because Hannah is going to study her, pick her, and go in the other way. How many times can she do that? 16.
I don't think Shayla Ralph is going to let Hannah steal the ball from Galvin 16 times before she takes her off her and make an adjustment. I don't think she's going to do that.
Okay. Now, what did Michigan do that made they got Michaela and Boucher?
I believe they doubled her, or like full court, like face guarded her the entire time. They didn't let her get anything off.
Okay, and who from Notre Dame would you think? Would you want to put more on her?
I don't know who the best defender is outside of Hannah Hidalgo.
I mean, Ayanna knows how she plays. You just need somebody to follow her around without actually asking you to steal the ball. You just need to annoy her.
True. Well, Jay just said Michigan defense is nuclear, so that's not the same thing.
Okay. So we expect a close game then. No?
10 points. I expect a 10-point game.
With
By
Vandy.
Vandy.
Okay. Woo!
And if I'm wrong, then I'll come up in here saying I'm wrong.
That's all good. This is because it's really hard. When you get to that Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight, it's really hard. I mean, anything can happen. It's not like chalk. It's just not chalk.
Jay actually agreed with me for once. She usually hates on me, but she actually agrees with me for once.
She got Vandy by 10.
Yeah, but this is what I want to see. So will Hannah and Olivia take off the choker allegations in the Sweet 16? That's what I want to know. Will they take off the Sweet 16 choker label? Will they take it off? Damn, Drew just left me up here by myself. Damn. Jay's probably crashing out on me in the DM because I'm acting stupid. Not surprised. Virginia beating TCU. I wouldn't be surprised after that Iowa game. And
Hold up. Y'all, look, I wouldn't mind. I mean, I believe in Virginia. But my thing about Virginia, when the well starts getting dry, the only one that's hitting is Kimora Johnson. And I don't know if she got enough in her tank.
Well, they got Paris Clark.
Was Paris Clark down the stretch for this last game?
Yeah, I think she had like 20.
Okay, if she does not fade on Kimora Johnson, this might be, with Saniyah Smith and with Saniyah Smith and all the rest of them, you guys might just see Virginia doing something that God knows who knew that they could do. Okay? And listen, people are going to root for Virginia because we love seeing the parity in the game. We love seeing the parity in the game. We love seeing a Cinderella like type team. Cinderella, I think, would be more like if you're 16th ranked and you beat a number one team or something like that and you go all the way. But Saniyah has to show up. They have a great coach. Man, where'd that coach come from, though? Shoot, what the hell is she doing? She assembled a cold little squad. She went in that portal and she got busy, yo. She went in that portal and she got busy. She got the player that we wanted, Jay, Saniyah. I just felt that Saniyah was soft. When I saw her at I knew her. I remember her playing with Angel. And I knew she could just only get better. And then she when she blew that knee out, it was God, it really left Angel out there. But Saniyah got she got a different kind of confidence. I mean, she got somebody, I think she got another big player around her too that's kind of mobile and doing her thing, and they don't get it in each other's way. Like it was almost like when Saniyah was playing with LSU, it had to be a perfect pass, it had to be a perfect setup, for her to get busy. Now she looked like she just, playing basketball. But that happens when you get older and you're like a junior and stuff. You just finally kind of like catch on. Maybe this offense gives her more, it's more her style, But whatever they're doing over there in Virginia, I ain't mad at them at all. And if they get by TCU, hey, you know what I was thinking when we were talking about the portal? I was thinking Jada might do I don't know what it is. What I forget his name. What is his name? Mark Kellogg. Point guards seem to like to go over there. And with Olivia leaving, Jada might go that route. Jay, what do you think? What do you guys think, Donovan? Jada Williams. She might think that she, and I don't know about Sam. I'm getting. Did Zam say herself? I can't remember. Did Zam say herself? Okay. Did Zam say herself? Because Debbie Antonelli came on and said that Zam told her that she wasn't leaving, but maybe she told Debbie Antonelli that after the game, and then when people step away from the game and they think about it, then they change their mind. Is Zam definitely leaving?
We don't know.
No, Zoe's not leaving. No, Zam. Now, Zam, the thing about Zam, why I wouldn't necessarily, unless she's open to this, she's kind of selfish with the ball. She can't. You can't come if we were to pick her up.
That wouldn't work.
She couldn't be selfish with the ball the way she plays.
That's not going to work.
Not. I mean, you saying straight out, like, I mean, the kid would just have to know, like, that's not how we get down here. Like, the way you play and the way I watch her at North Carolina State, I might work there, but that's like, you got to be a point guard. We need a ball handler. That was it. Zam wants to score. We already have, like, right? 1A. Yeah.
Wait, Jew, I think I know where somebody's going to go, and you might remember this because she said this a long time ago. Why do I have a feeling Jada Williams is going to go to UCLA?
Yeah, because that was where she wanted to go.
Yeah.
And then you said Kiki Rice, she don't want to go because Kiki
Yeah,
Rice.
I don't think she wanted to play behind Kiki Rice. That's actually not surprising now to look at it because Kiki's a senior and
If
Jada
you're not the number one in your class, who the hell are you to not want to play behind Kiki Rice? Kiki Rice was number 2 to Lauren Betts in their class.
Yes.
You're not coming in and playing over Kiki Rice.
She knew that. That's why she decommitted.
But why wouldn't you just...
I don't think Jada wants to be a backup to anybody, honestly. I don't think she does.
She did it at Arizona. Adia Barnes had her coming off the freshman year. Adia Barnes had her coming off the bench.
Oh, she did? Oh, let me check real quick.
Remember quietly, like in the beginning, and then she finally took over.
Yeah, let me check real quick. Let me see this.
I don't know if you can tell, but you may have to go look at the earlier games. She didn't come in and just start. She might have started towards the end.
Oh.
know who she thinks she is. Shit, I don't even know if Jada was in the she wasn't even in the top 15 in the class. Trying to find what else did I want to. I thought I had put something up here from X. I had a bunch of names that we can look at in the portal. Somebody had. Uh-oh. What happened, Jake? What happened, Jacob? I don't think I knocked him down. Something must have happened. This is the kid that an eighth grader from Pittsburgh is all alone with a perfect women's bracket. That's the kid right there, y'all. Crazy. Jada was top 15, yeah, at least top 15. She's a hooper for real. I watched her and Taj at La Jolla for sure. And I could never remember who. I remember watching the documentary sort of thing on Country Day in La Jolla. Beautiful La Jolla. Beautiful. I grew up in San Diego, but I didn't grow up in La Jolla. And I remember there was a little black girl that was hooping alongside of Jada, and I didn't figure that out was Taj until this year. I was like, what is that girl's name? I was like, what is that? I was like, what is that girl's name? That's the kid that did it, the eighth grader. Yeah. Okay, you want a Holloway type point guard if you get one, and somebody don't mind, playing their role. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Lindsay's good at rotations and substitutions and stuff like that, and that you don't want to wear and tear and have Jazz and Jew and all them playing 38 minutes and all that. I want to have a whole nother 5 you can put in, maybe with one starter or 2 starters, something like that, and you just rotate them. You rotate them in, and they would feel like they're a part of the team in the game, getting down, whatever, giving our stars rests and things like that.
Sorry, what were you saying, Jude? Sorry, my computer crashed, so I just joined again.
Oh, I was just talking about we were talking about Sam, and then we said Jay said Holloway type guard, and then I brought up Taj, and she brought up Taj, and I remember Taj. Now I know that was Taj Roberts was the one that played with Jada at Country Day in Cunningham.
Okay, gotcha.
Destiny Jackson, is that Illinois?
Yes.
Oh, she quick as hell. She quick. She good. She quick. Like I want to pass first. Game manager, allows Malia to get in there. Allows us to. There's so many ways you can flip what the Trojans have, and in this. If you're ever on anybody's live and they're trying to say how can all 4 of them guards play together, just remind them about Notre Dame, Enrique, Marina Mayberry, yep,
Jackie.
I
don't know the other one.
And I think Joe Lloyd at some point. I think they were all together at one point. I'm not sure, but I think they were all together at one point. And just remember that when you think about how can all of them play together? Bullshit. Okay. And when you play pro style offense, NBA style of play, positionless type basketball, don't worry about what we got going on, because a lot of them can play 1, 2, and 3. This is Pitty's senior year. My heart wants her to take leaps and bounds so that she can have a wonderful last year. Oh, she'll be fine. We're gonna love on her. We're gonna love on Pitty. Pitty gonna come in and she knows what people can join our team all they want, but it's gonna take them time to understand how we get down, to understand the system. You know what I'm saying? Not Jacob.
Yep.
Not Jacob. What does that mean?
Jay, what did I do?
What does that mean?
Jay's gonna try to Jay loves trolling me. She loves trolling.
Yeah, they're gonna get minutes. I mean, there's gonna be and if you can rotate so many different options, and sometimes you'll leave Jew on the floor with all new players, and then sometimes hell, you might even bring Laura in there. You may even bring, depending on it all. It's all about matchups. It's just all about matchups. It's all about a team that, if you got such a huge lead that you just want to go into a half court or something, and you slow the tempo down, the pace, run the clock, pass the ball really well between each other, right? Because this year our passes were lazy. They weren't zipping. Kennedy always zips the pass. Jazzy knows how to zip passes. Juju knows how to zip passes. And I'm sure Saniyah does. But if you got these like lofty, floaty passes to one another, that ain't going to work. Like UCLA, a lot of people don't notice, but UCLA and Yukon, they do this very well. They zip the ball and pass the ball so well sometimes that it doesn't even hit the ground. And that's what a lot of people, especially if you try to go to a zone on Yukon, they'll zip that ball around to each other. Like I'll see like 4 or 5 people touch it before they score. But if you're in a matchup zone, which they're, and they're trying to shift the ball to shift the zone to attack the creases, they can do that too. But I'm curious. I'm curious with the schedule that he had. Was it enough? Was it enough?
Yep.
To keep them sharp. Which you think it is? You think it was?
I think it can be sharp. Yeah.
Okay. And one thing I do notice with him, it's not about him running up the scores. Like when he's beating people down and they're underperforming or they start playing down to the level of competition, he's all over their ass. Because it's not about for him who they're playing. He's like he's paying attention to how they are playing, how they're playing together, and are they playing Yukon basketball? Period. And I was watching Sarah the other night, and her jumper was sweet. It was like swishing. She was on the outside. She was on the inside. Blanca's looking good. She comes in the game. She gives them a lift. But who after Blanca? Does anybody know in the chat or Jacob? Who after Blanca that comes in off the bench? Oh, K9. Those two. Who produces after those two? Who else do they have? Because he don't play Addie Isabel that much.
Let me check their bench.
That you know of.
Yeah, I'm checking the bench right now.
Like who stands out when you think of, when you think about it, when you think about them, who stands out for Yukon? Do they just go 70?
KK Arnold no, not KK Arnold. Ashton Shade starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I was gonna say her, but no. Who? No. I was gonna say if she wasn't starting, I was gonna say her, but she's starting, so I don't know.
She's like Kennedy to me. She always starts because Ashlyn does whatever is needed.
Yes.
And we all know that if you keep leaving her wide open, she's gonna knock those down. But she hustles. She gets 50-50 balls. She's all over the place.
Hold on, I'm sorry, Juice. Hold on. Jay, why did you just text me saying I hate pity? I hate you. No, I don't.
People that don't understand Pity's purpose cracks me up. You guys crack me up. Pity does so much for us. Like, you have no idea. I've seen her save us games. She saved us, as you know, when in North Carolina, she got that. In South Carolina, she makes steals. Like, she's all over the place. She's slapping balls. She's doing, she's doing her thing. She's getting her hand in there, which I love. Yeah, so today on The View, Breanna Stewart looked amazing. I want to talk about that for a second. I'm gonna pull that up. She looked amazing today, and not only that, she broke some stuff down. And I'm gonna ask a couple of my friends that may be a part of this. I want to see. I think they get a one-time payment. So let's listen.
everything was broken.
Can you
So
hear?
everything needed to,
Yeah.
and that's why it was so transformational. The biggest part that you guys all see is the salaries going way higher, and that's because we're now a part of the revenue share, which means 20% of all the revenue that comes in for the WNBA, we get a part of, and that's how salaries are broken down. But it's just, we never had minimum standards like in writing, and now we do. So between the performance side, the treatment side, we have an opportunity, which is really cool for former players to get a one-time payment, because the WNBA is only 30 years young, you know? So there's a lot of players that have played that really haven't gotten their full monetary value,
when I left?
and now they'll get this one-time check to pay them back for just all that they've done, because they laid the foundation for where we are today. Pretty much everything was broken. So everything.
So I love that they're gonna get a one-time check, kind of like a reparations check for their slave. All the players that I grew up watching, all the players that I know, friends that I have in the league, are gonna get a one-time check. What that looks like and how and who that and how much that is, I don't know, because I'm thinking like every player, or did you have to play 3 years? Like, what's the, I don't know the details on that. Like, how does that work? It's 30 years, yeah. So like, is it a percentage of what you were making when you left the league? Because we know in the beginning, they're making 30,000. So, and then top players start to increase to 100,000 and 200,000. But, depending on the players that started at 30, did they end up at 75? Do you get one-time payment of your base salary or your maxed salary? I would love to know the details on that. But nevertheless, I think it's a great idea what they did. I think one of the things that they needed to find out, which I could never understand, how you can negotiate revenue when they won't let you look at the books, which was crazy. And I think that's where the owners and the league and all that stuff, they that was some mob mentality. Like, how can I know? And which I think they found out the truth, that there was profit. And they kept spewing that narrative. Like, you ain't making profit. I mean, I had dudes that don't barely even watch the game talking about, well, you never made a profit, you're in the red, you're leaning on the men's basketball. I mean, they're the ones. David Stern is the one that brought us over as little sisters. So I don't understand why you mad at us. We're 30 years young, right? So, like, why are you acting like it's your money? That's what I couldn't understand. So they got the 20% revenue. They started out at 40. And you could imagine them going back and forth, and they came from 20. But 20 is a lot more than 9.5% of revenue. But then what was the revenue, and how did they know if? I think they must have had to have them open the books. Are you cooking the books? What are you hiding, basically? They stood their ground, and I'm happy for them. I'm proud of them for standing their ground and not backing down to the, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the housing and probably maternity leave. They need to name it after Derek Hamby. And, I can't think of anything else. If you guys can think of anything else, I imagine probably went into the negotiation. Plus, Henry said, thank you, Henry. Plus, it's 20% of the gross before money is taken out. That's tight. I like that. So whatever that gross looks like. I mean, I wonder, like, do you, when expansion teams want to join, they got to put in, billions of dollars. They have to, join to start off, and so that's a lot of money to go around. And where was the money actually going? You know what I'm saying? If you're fighting so hard not to give it to the players, they were like, well, we're trying to make up the difference for all the years that we weren't. Yeah, but you wrote that off on your taxes. The players did. Why are you acting like you didn't? You know that there was a tax shelter for billionaires who weren't even know a damn thing about basketball. So thank you, Henry. Anything else Henry, you want to add? I'm really proud of the girls because they were on a marathon. They were on a marathon, getting down. Yeah. So there was a bunch of names that went in, but the crazy thing is, this morning Coach Show made a post, and I agreed and added, and she liked it, she reposted it, and it's really, for you should have the option to get into the portal. What are your thoughts on the portal? Like, do you think it's a good thing or you think it's a bad thing?
I think it just depends on if it's like the right fit for you or not. That's the way I kind of view it.
What's
Good
your
or
thought?
bad.
You think it's a bad thing?
Depends on who you are.
You want to tell me more about that? For
Like
instance,
for like example, like a person that's starting on any really good team and then transferring despite having like a really good. That's what basically a person that's starting on a championship team like South Carolina or Yukon, basically transferring for no reason, just to go to a team lower, just to lead in scoring and then get eliminated in the Sweet 16, like Avery Howell, for example.
well, yeah. If someone wants, if everybody, that has attended college and actually moved out of their parents' house and then moved miles away, that freshman year could be really rough for you if you've never gone away from home. It can get really lonely. It could be a lot on your parents um, to travel. Some of the kids actually have it in their clause that their parents can have an apartment out here or they move. But I can imagine they have a job. I don't see how they do that. But basically, like, kids get homesick. Maybe a parent or a grandmother is sick and you don't want to be away. Maybe you like Elena Deladon, whose special needs sister had never really been away from her, and it was too much for the both of them. She knew immediately. She packed her bags in the middle of the night and left Yukon. So we'll never know how great of a Yukon player she would have been. And in my estimation, she would have been one of the top Yukon players of all time, Atlanta Denadon. And, people have their personal reasons for doing it, or sometimes they get there and it's like, it's just not a good fit and they got to leave. Now, most of the time, it is that. But some people that leave because they feel like they're better than they are. But I think a lot of AAU coaches or, high school coaches and agents, I think they meddle way too much. I think they meddle in this with these children's lives, these kids' lives, way too much. And they get a profit of whatever the money that they're getting. And I think that parents are not real knowledgeable of that. And they're listening to the wrong people. And I think you got to be really careful because you can't trust these sharks out here. They're not always and they're not always your best interest at all. And I have parents that have said to me like, "Man, my daughter's going to play volleyball. I know nothing about volleyball. I know nothing about this NIL stuff, and they may not even be getting what they should be getting, and all these hands are in there. It's just wild, and it's terrible. It's terrible. And so people are leaving. Like, I think Kiyomi Miller is on her third school. Like, she went from Rutgers, she's gone to Penn. She'll be going through her junior year. She wants to leave. I understand that here's another reason why that a person maybe want to leave, because that philosophy doesn't fit them. Penn State's coach leaving, Florida State coach leaving, Northwestern's coach is retiring, just like Tara Vanderveer, she was retiring. Things like that I could kind of get. Okay, perhaps like if you sit down with the new coach and the new coach explains, the philosophy of what direction they want to go in and how where you fit, then and if it doesn't match for you, I guess that's why you leave, right? And then there's Arizona coach Adia Barnes. She goes to SMU. She brings over Ja. That Ja used to play for South Carolina, and now Ja's jumping out of SMU, and she wants to go somewhere else. Rosario jumps out of LSU. She goes over to Vanderbilt. We barely see her play. Wolfenberger, she's on her third school. Taylor Bigby, is it working for Taylor? Taylor goes to Oregon. She goes to Trojans, and then now she's with TCU. And as of late, Taylor Bigby has been hooping. She usually hoops really well at the beginning of the year, and she kind of fades. But the other day, Taylor Bigby, you kept hearing her name, didn't you? You forgot to mention her on TCU. Or did we even talk about TCU?
I didn't think you talked about them earlier about the tournament, but not with the transfer stuff, I believe.
But we didn't talk about like what do they? You guys laugh so hard. I didn't even want to say anything. I mean, the young man had them beating South Carolina. What TCU has a lot of height, right? They have a lot of height. Taylor Bigby, you know, she can be a sniper. Then there's Olivia Miles, ball handler, right? Can sometimes score, sometimes not, right? And then who else does Olivia have?
She had Donovan Hunter.
Okay.
And Marta Suarez.
That's what I was looking for. And Martha Suarez. And Jay says they're slow as shit. But maybe they are. But however, maybe they play that slowdown game to slow South Carolina down. But before we get to South Carolina, let's talk about Virginia. She said Virginia's going to run their asses off the floor. So let's see if they can keep up, Jay. Like how so they don't have anything special. TCU doesn't have anything special with defense. Are they a great rebounding team? And what's the odds? Do you know the odds, Jacob? Let me see.
No, I don't.
Let's put an ESPN and look at the odds for that game. So they play Saturday?
Yes, I believe so.
Against Virginia, and TCU is favored over Virginia.
TCU. Oh, you said no. My bad. I heard you wrong. My bad.
76.9% over Virginia. They got Virginia at 23%. Kimora Johnson averages 19.5. Tia Amons on Virginia averages 6.1 rebounds. Kate Johnson from Virginia averages 5.8 assists. For TCU, Olivia Miles averages 19.4. Silva, what's her name? Did Silva used to play somewhere else?
Yeah, I believe so. I just don't remember the team.
She did. I think she played for Kenny's Brooks. I don't know. But she averages 7.4, and then Olivia Miles averages 6.6. Now, Clara, I remember her. Clara Silva, yeah. Clara Silva is from Portugal. She's only a sophomore. And maybe she didn't play. It doesn't show it. It just says 24-25. She averaged, she went up. And 24-25, she averaged 12.5 minutes, and now she plays 23.9 minutes. She only averages 9.3 points, 7.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists. She's almost a 60% field goal shooter. Free throws are terrible, 56%. What happened to her free throws? They went hella down. That game would be 4:30 on Saturday. You know, TCU's record is crazy. It's 31-5.
Competition matters though a little bit because they didn't play a lot of good teams.
They beat Washington to get to the Sweet 16 by 3 points in overtime. Slow and no defense. Kentucky, I was right. Silva did play for Kenny Brooks. Thank you, Ball and Jill. I was a Delaware Blue Hens fan for a couple of years because of EDD. Because EDD she was a hooper. Hey, time. Vanderbilt is still alive, my friends. I told you I want to watch. I want to watch out for my team. Them girls ain't no joke. I think they play. No. Vanderbilt, sweetheart, and we need your opinion on this. Hannah Hidalgo, Notre Dame, will be playing Michaela Blakes and Vanderbilt. Who you got, time? Who you got? You know Vanderbilt is favorite. Ball and Chill, they play good team ball. It's nothing special, right? Vanderbilt plays Notre Dame. Hannah Hidalgo has never been out of the Sweet 16. She's in her junior year. Can she get, she's going to be determined to get out of the Sweet 16, and she's going to scratch and claw and foul and everything. She might foul out because she's going to do whatever it takes. Let's stop because I like Notre Dame too. They were my sleeping team, but I got Vandy. Okay. Marlon, so you got Notre Dame? Okay. See, it's kind of split, but let me see the percent. Let me tell you guys the ESPN's take on that one. Let's see. That game is tomorrow night, by the way. I agree with you, Auntie, but when somebody wants it that bad, they don't normally get it. Gotcha. That's a good point. Never looked at it like that. Woo. Okay. They got Vandy 58.7 to 41.3. At least it's like, look at this, 41%, 42% chance that Hannah could win. That's enough for her. And you know how I am. I don't scream Hannah Hidalgo. Hannah Hidalgo is second. What is she in scoring? Is she like second in the country or third?
Around there.
She averages 25.2.
I think she's third.
Blake's averages 27. Cassandra Prosper averages 6.7 rebounds. Sasha Washington averages 7.8. Hidalgo averages 5.2 assists. And Galvan averages 5.8 assists. So in the country, Blake's is number one in scoring at 27. Crooks is 25.8. Next is Hidalgo. I didn't know that Jada Williams was third in assists. Damn, she gets 7.7. Tony Morgan is 8. And C. Lau from NU is 8.4. AZ Fudd is in three-pointers. She's third. Well, right behind Mills and Riviera. That's 3.1. She's right there. Hidalgo leads the country in steals at 5.6. Oh, this is gonna be a game. It is, Auntie. Hannah give her team that edge where they would go on a crazy run because of her energy. Yeah. Jada Williams literally has the easiest assist to Adi. Yes. I was gonna say that. She does. I just find it really interesting. Everybody jump. When I last look, believe it or not, Jacob, when I last look, Iowa has 8 players in the portal.
Iowa State, yeah.
Iowa State, 8. That's crazy work. At that point, somebody, the general manager of the school or somebody needs to talk to the coach, like, maybe even I can't keep you.
He's probably retiring. That's probably why they're all leaving.
Yeah, we got to wait and see.
I'm this close to crashing out, but I'm just gonna hold it in. I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm just gonna hold it in.
What?
I'm tired of seeing all these rumors about Kennedy, Malia, Jazzy, all of them leaving. I'm tired of all these rumors. That's all I'm seeing on the timeline.
Why would they say Jazzy? And Jazzy's been talking about next year.
Well, that's the thing. Kenny
why would
said
they
the
say
same thing.
Taz?
Kenny said the same thing, and then people are on Twitter are saying like, "Oh, there's rumors that she might leave because of her caption on Instagram."
Whose caption?
Kennedy's.
What does her caption say on Instagram?
Bet on yourself.
Well, bet on yourself. That could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, "Why are we?"
I know damn sure Jazzy would sit there. She ain't going nowhere. And I really don't understand why Kid Dog would do the same.
Yeah. I literally told people, like, why are we putting that thought in our head? Let's just take that out. And then I had Curtis, who was a USC fan, tell me, like, that's just rumors. And I said, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just rumors. I mean, it's just rumors. I mean, it went on and on with Lay. It went on. I mean, there could be. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say this new rumor because I'm gonna leave that alone. But
go ahead.
LSU is getting somebody. Skip Moki kind of alluded to it, and we haven't heard who it is. So
on Twitter, I just recently got Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to see what all the fuss is about.
Yeah, because she uses a meme with Kim Mulkey, but something's happening, you know. Yeah, Ball and Chill said I don't think so. They know Juju's coming back exactly.
Yeah,
and they're from LA.
That's what I'm confused about. I was saying like everything is coming right back into place, so like I don't get that.
Yeah, people want our players, so
yeah,
they create, you know. And
it's also UFC Trojan fans.
And if she does, I don't know where she would go. You know, to be honest with you, that would fit. I have no clue. Like I couldn't even see her either one of them.
Let's see this. Where's Skin Milky at? Let me see it. Because I wanna see this real quick.
I mean, if Beliz is not looking to go pro, and what are her chances of even doing that? Like, she can go overseas, she can go whatever. Like, whatever that might look like for her, like, why would she even consider that? Like, she's gonna have a ball. They're gonna have a blast together, like winning the championship. No, that's me talking about them winning the championship, but you know, going for a deep run. You know what I'm saying? My expectation is Final Four for sure, but they're gonna have a blast together. That wouldn't be wise. It's not necessary, really. You know what I'm saying? Stay where you are. Trust the process. Work on your game. And trust the process. I mean, Kennedy just needs to get fully healthy. I think people worry about like, well, what option should have been? She was the first option in the beginning of the year. I don't know if people realize that she was the first option, but then that knee started giving her problems, and everybody does dirty work. They say, well, she does all the dirty work. Like her percentage is like 29% of the three, something on field goals. It's not high enough to be a first option. Let me put something in my dog's ear. Hold on.
You good? You good? Yeah, I just looked at Skin Monkey's thing. Her most recent tweet is the commitment the commitment we all been waiting for, and it's the blanket lady from the Minnesota Gophers. That's funny. Yeah, USC people know USC is a threat, but they're saying we ain't shit. That's what I'm confused about. Like, if we ain't shit, then why are you worried about us? It's like what my parents told me a long time ago. And my parents were good at something, and they told me this: somebody can say, I can be in a casket for 5 years, come back, and you still won't be better than me at this. So I'm not worried. So that's what my parents told me. You can have all the resources in the world. I can have nothing, do nothing for 5 years, and I can come back better. I can still be better than you at that certain thing. Yeah, let me see this. Yeah, I want to join this Discord, but I can't. Oh Lord. Bro, of course this man leaves mail undelivered. Let me see something. Yeah, that's correct. That's gotta be. Yeah, I believe. I'm waiting for Skinmo. I don't trust anything until Skinmoki releases it. Yeah, people need to learn how to not do that stuff. And I got one thing that says to all you Trojan fans, they're Trojans. When they're saying like, oh, if Kennedy leaves, I'm gonna hate on her. Oh yeah, you're not a real fan of her then.
Well, they know that we're a threat, and they want to break up the fam. So April 15th is the date that the portal opens. And wait,
no, it's not. No, it opens after the championship game.
After the Final Four. I mean, after the championship. I'm sorry.
You're good. So I think the 15th.
And then it goes. And then you got two weeks basically. So all of this noise will stop.
Yeah.
So all the noise will stop, and it will be what it will be. You feel me? Guys? Yep. Everything will settle down. April 6th to the 21st, 15 days. If your coach leaves, again, you get an extra 5 days. So after that, we're gonna shut it down, and move on. And then you bookmark what people are saying.
I got it all saved. Don't worry.
All saved. And then when you don't see her pop into no portal, you go back and you address every single one. Bop, 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 bop. With a meme, with a look, with whatever you want to do, but do it. Bookmark it.
Jay told me not to crash out when it happened though. Like when he returned.
Put a meme up. Go back and say, I thought. What did you say was going to happen? Whatever.
No, I said when Kennedy does return, Jay literally told me don't even bother doing that stuff because it's not worth it. She literally told me not to do that. It's not worth it because it's like they're gonna be fake anyway. And I said okay.
And so then they better get on the treadmill and get prepared.
Yep. And you got Juju Watkins in your ear. Yeah, good luck with that. You got Juju Watkins in your ear. Good luck with that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I hope not, because as you guys know, I got this special connection with her going, and I'm waiting on my jersey now. I get my hugs after the game, chop it with her. I would definitely miss her. I would never hate on her, but I just don't even get that feeling inside. I don't even know why people are doing that. I mean, I guess you could read into, but we're about to dominate. Judgy scored 500 plus points, 100 plus assists, 150 plus rebounds, 50 plus blocks, and 50 plus steals in one season. Congratulations, Jazz.
Oh.
I'm just reading that. And she is on the steals list with Juju Watkins, Sarah Strong, Maya Moore, Cheryl Miller, and Candace Parker. She's in great company. She is in great
company. I saw that earlier. I said, damn.
Yeah, she's in there with the big dogs. But Jazzy is number one in her class. So I expect nothing but less. Kennedy was 6th in her class. But Kennedy has a super class. Like 6 is no slouch. Her
No.
class of 2028 is an amazing class. So from 1 through 6 is like definitely, you know, we'll go high in that draft. And with more teams expanding, what do we got? 2 teams. I think we got an expansion draft coming up, right? It's in April.
Yes.
It's going to be a big hoopla, by the way. It's going to be a big hoopla. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be amazing. For Toronto and Portland. Did they ever name that team Portland Fire? That was the name of the team in the when it first came out, when the league started. I'm trying to see if they were if they went back to that name. I can't remember if they did. Yeah, so I'll come back with more. We were looking, Jay and I were supposed to gather up the names and just, I don't know if I'm going to tell you all 1,000 names in the portal, but we'll probably look at it to discuss the top most, names that we know of. Because some of these kids that are getting in there, they ain't got no run, no minute, no motion, 1.3 points and 4.3 points. You might find a diamond in the rough. I don't know. There's one child that's like 6'9". She played at Auburn, where Kai came from. She went to UCF, Central Florida University, and she's 6'9". She's Sudanese. I'm sorry, and she got the height that you can't teach, can't do nothing with, but I don't even think she could play very well. But she redshirted, so she's actually like a freshman. So it's like it's somebody that if the coach wanted to bring in and develop her, she could be something down the line for a program. That's about all I can say. If she's willing to hang in there.
Yeah.
But I love my team. I love the passion they played with this year. I love the fact that they made the tournament after everything that they've been through. They have nothing at all to hang their heads with at all. At one point we were like the third most watched team. It's just something about these girls and their motion, their aura, their game styles, their beauty. And I think I always say that Coach Gottlieb has always done more with less. Always. There's a story about her when she was the coach for Cal Berkeley. She had the most California kids ever on that team. You guys may remember Clarendon. Clarendon played for the Sparks.
I call that.
The last time, the last team I remember her playing for. Brittany Boyd. I remember watching that team because I was very curious, for one, because I'm from the Bay and nearly had a scholarship there. And I just feel like, I've never seen Berkeley do any better, like higher than that, like, you know what I mean? And it was Coach Gottlieb all that time. And I didn't realize it till last year that I remember that. I remember that team. I remember that I was rooting for them, and they got all the way to the Final Four where Louisville knocked them off. Yeah, so we got something to look forward to. You guys got to pull up, come in. You guys want me to come up and watch the game with you guys, or can I just watch the games?
That's your choice.
Yeah, or maybe come, at halftime if something is good going on. But I think I have to leave and go to the floor decor place to look at tiles. At some point, I'm waiting for delivery of my tub and stuff like that. And he might be making some noise. If he's making noise, I might not be able to come up because it's right behind me. But tomorrow morning, I think the earliest game is 9:30. Okikiola! Man, Louis always comes late, Jacob. I done did the whole show, and he always pulls up late.
He's the troll. She the troll.
Why you say Louis a troll?
He's doing that on purpose at this point. I'm back, y'all. I'm back for like a week, and then I have to go back to school. So it's the week after next week.
Well, so you'll be able to go from now until the championship. No.
Right, probably before that, like at the beginning. No, like right after April 4th, I believe, which is my birthday. So.
What day is your birthday?
April 4th.
1st or 4? 4. Okay. I remember that. It isn't intentional. Oh, I know. Hit that like button though for me, will you? Hit that like button. Yeah, I've been getting more subscribers. I've been really grateful for that. I got some gifts, got some chat. Yeah, check out my community page. Like if you go to my page at the community page, I put my Hall of Fame induction intro and speech in there, so you can learn a little bit about me and my past and how I got to be here doing what I do. What up, Nicholas? Nicholas late too.
What's good, Nicholas? What's good?
You got to go back and watch. I was going to talk initially until I saw the Trojans and the news about the world games. I was going to talk about Portal stuff, but it came up here really to talk about the Trojan Trio takeover. I call it. Saniyah Hall will be playing for Team USA. Sitaya Fagan will be playing, and Sara Okeke will play for the world team. And we got 3 Trojans in here, and y'all gotta check it out. They're gonna be in Oregon for the Nike Hoop Summit, April 11th. Pull up, and yes, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying I deserve all the viewers. Keep growing your tribe. I'm trying to grow my tribe. I'm trying to grow my tribe. I got about 400 and something on Twitter. I wish a lot of them would slide over here and come check us out, join our fam. But it's hard because a lot of times people don't even like to watch the commentary of that's on TV when the games are played. So, but sometimes you want to talk to somebody, you just want to holler at somebody like about the game. You can join the chat, come in and give your thoughts and give your, we have fun over here. We just sit up here and talk about the game, cuss at the TV, but we can do it together. You don't have to do it by yourself at home. And we're gonna go on a ride next year for sure. We're gonna go on a ride, and it opens up November 2nd in Vegas. I'll be there. Jay will be there. We're gonna be front row and center when Juju returns, and then we going out to South Carolina. I'm not sure when we'll be playing North Carolina State. They're gonna come to us. My hope is that I'm waiting. What I really can't wait for is I can't wait for the schedule. I can't remember last year when the schedule came out. They started giving us a little bit of non-conference schedule, and they started rolling out the conference. And when I can't wait for the non-conference schedule, Jacob. I cannot wait to see. I'm curious, like, is she gonna because this year that schedule was rough.
Yep, it was.
But I was looking forward to it when I thought of us having, the full team that we had minus Rhea, Kiki, and Clarice, Dominique, and AG, when they all exited, I was like, okay, so the rest of the girls, let's go. And that would be and that 2027 class it goes from 27 class to the 28, 29. So Juju would technically be a senior. So everybody that she's going to face, she was number 1 with. After that, she was still the only next competitor was Hannah. And then in the 28 class, they're pitting her against Sarah Strong with Kayla Blakes. And then you keep going, then you got Jazzy and Chavez, maybe Galvin, I guess. And then Saniyah's class is Saniyah, Jersey, maybe not even Jersey, because I don't even think. Big O from Tennessee was number 2. So it's gonna be, she's gonna be an upperclassman. It's time to get busy. It's time to get busy. It's time to cook. It's time to do our thing. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a lot of noise behind the TV. It's gonna be commercials, lights, action, TV time. But before we get to all of that, I do the WNBA. I do watch the WNBA. We will be talking about the WNBA. I will be asking you, who is your team? Who do you follow? Who do you want to follow? And things like that. We'll be watching some games with the WNBA, but we'll also be watching like the McDonald All-American game. We're going to watch the Nike Hoop Summit, the Jordan Classic. But I do watch OTE Select, but I don't watch. I don't really cover that necessarily here. But I'm looking forward to Special K doing her thing, and Tatiana. Why are the South Carolina fans disrespecting USC Trojans about this real USC talk? Make it make sense. I don't get it. Yes, South Carolina has been the class of SEC. Trojans will always be USC. Man, Nicholas, it started last year. We don't know. We don't understand why that's such a big deal. They want everything we have. That's all I can say. You want our coach. You want our players. Like I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Like, you can't even wear the name. You can't even wear USC across your chest. Like, it started a long time ago. So then we filed for trademark rights, and I don't get it. Why do you want to wear USC? Maybe on that side of the country, that's what they call them. They call them. But I don't get it either, bro. I don't know. You see, I mean, you see it. How many times have I had to show you? Hold on, let me get Ken Dog's jersey. Let's see. I think our Cardinal jersey is Smith's jersey, number 11. And then on the front, what does it say? What does it say, Jacob?
USC. Yes, sir.
When have you ever seen whenever anybody ever seen South Carolina be able to do this? When have you ever been able to wear USC across your chest? So what do we
never, from what I've seen, never.
What? Man, stop playing.
Never.
Read what he said. What he said. I know you was kidding. Don't come in here like got me getting ready to say something out loud. Look what he said. Big O withdrew her commitment. And he
oh my God, that'd be funny.
Man, bro, don't do that. That's crazy. Yeah, I stayed with the drip. You saw my silver linings, the next gen collaboration with LeBron James, and then you saw Juju today for her summer shoe will be the crimson red next gen. I will have those. I will more likely wear those. The silver linings I don't wear. That will stay as a collector type thing. But the red ones I probably will. I probably wear red though. My college colors were red and black. So, and I like red. So, but the last pair of red shoes I ever had, you guys are gonna laugh. Reebok had these. You remember when get physical? No,
I think so.
Let me do John. They were aerobic shoes, right? But you wear them, and they had a little Velcro strap, high tops, and I wore them my freshman year. My mom got me these red ones, and they were so comfortable, Reebok shoes, and I had those. But other than that, I really was never like a sneakerhead until now. So I never bought jerseys. I never wore anybody's jersey until now, like last year. So I'm having fun doing it now because now I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna support, because I realize, how important it is that the kids are gonna get, NIL, name, image, and likeness. So, it puts money towards that, and then I want to support women's sports. And the best way that I can see myself doing that is merch, attend the games, do the podcast, and I'm just really excited to see where we're going.
Yep. Hold on, I want to say something real quick. So, to all of you Trojan fans complaining about, who's going to be the starting lineup because of all the recruits we got up next year and the players that we have next year, I have one question. What's Gino doing and what is Don doing? What is on their bench? Why can't we do the same? We have 5 stars and all Americans coming in. Why can't we do the same? Why are y'all bitching about it?
Why is it only a problem with the Trojans?
I don't know. The Trojan fans that's complaining about it, like saying who's going to start, who's not. I said, like, bruh, they can go.
But I will say this: they did the same thing with Lay. They all on Lay's case. So you left to go over there to sit on the bench and
on the bench again.
If she comes off the bench and she's getting more minutes than a start, I had never sat the bench my whole life until I came into college, and it was because they hadn't recruited me. But guess what? We had a top freshman class, so it was like if you added me to the mix, it was like you're about to have like 4 to 5 of us that were freshmen. You can't do that. Even though, ironically, I played more minutes. I was like 6 off the bench, and I was playing more minutes than the starter. And people are so, like back then, were so sensitive. If they would have done it, then the girl would have quit. I mean, that's how easy people would just quit, back then. So it was like some people get so offended that they want to quit and they want to leave or they want to whatever. And that's why they get in the portal, because it's like the talent is getting better and better and better behind them. And
just work your ass off.
Just work your ass off. Just work your ass off. That's all you got to do. Like, your ego is just getting in the way. That's all it is. Check yourself. Ask yourself, what is it that you're worried about? What is it that you're worried about? Because, really the way that we want to run and we want to get out, there's no way Kennedy's not. We need Kennedy. Kennedy is the glue.
Yeah, we need her. We need her now.
I would never, even on USA basketball, I would always have a player like her start. It's like Ashlyn Shea, believe it or not. She's better than Ashlyn Shea, but I'm giving an example of Ashlyn Shea.
I got you.
She stays on the court no matter what. She's not, you know what I'm saying? She wasn't better than AZ or Paige. KK had to sit and wait her turn. But KK did start when she came in because Paige was out. But when Paige came back, she took to the bench and waited her turn. And now look at her. She's running the squad.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. But people want to say, like, oh, no, she's got to leave.
I don't really care who starts. Like, I guess you get introduced. But maybe because you get to go through the smoke and you get to be introduced, but there'll be no way that she doesn't start. I would sit somebody else before I would sit Kennedy. I have no idea why we even the contentious crazy work. Leave the girl alone. She ain't going nowhere. Facts.
Yeah, I just have to snap real quick. I'm sorry. I just have to snap real quick because I'm just
okay. So we're done talking about it until You see what you see.
Yes.
We finish. We see what to see, and I've seen stuff on threads, and then I saw people in the comments making that shut up, like telling them, like, fighting back about it. It's like, it was just shocking to see Avery and K9 Elite, but when you see what's coming, I would have left too, unless I could sit on the bench and be cool with it.
And then look what happened to Avery in the last game. She got frozen out and took only 2 shots in the second half.
But she had 30 the night before, though.
Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Like, that was just weird.
I don't know why Sellers shot them out of the game. I was like, girl, will you pass the goddamn ball? You made missed 3 so far. Like, Avery was hot. Like, why are you doing that? And Magagi was good. The big Ladine, like, I was like, you're not making the shots. And time is running out. Pass the goddamn ball. But that's Avery, though. Avery never used to come and hunt the ball. She would never, she always shot. Remember I told you last year, I said, I looked down. I said, Jacob Avery averages. She's like a 50% field goal and 3-point shooter, and she wanted to keep it cute, which wasn't impressive to me. I'm like, you're not shooting enough. Anybody could be 50% with the amount of shots you took. You need to shoot more. Period. I don't have a problem with it. Shoot more, and let's see what your percentage is going to be. Because all it can do is help us. If you really a sniper like that, shoot the goddamn ball.
Yeah, she needs to shoot the ball. She needs to shoot that ball.
And don't blame Juju because the ball, she swung it to you, and what did you do? You waited too long, got closed in. You don't know. You can't score off the dribble. You can't. You try to drive. If you get up, she's like AZ. AZ, when you get her off, you drive her off the line, and she starts trying to move and then pull up. You don't even got that in your bag because you're so mechanical. You don't know how to shoot like a fadeaway or off balance. She can go drive to the basket for sure, but watch her move. Watch when she gets driven off the off her base, and then she tries to be a pull-up shooter. She's so like stiff, not fluid, not smooth. So yeah, so that's about it, guys. That's all I really have for you. Check out the show if you haven't watched it from the beginning. Go back to the beginning, check it out. Subscribe if you haven't. It can't hurt. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. I'm trying to get up my viewership. I want you guys to come back and participate in the chat. Come in and say hello. If you watch the replay, go back in, make a comment. I'll follow that comment, and I'll hit you back up. Thank you, all of you guys, for stopping in and stopping by. We'll have another topic, but tomorrow is on and cracking. Here we go, Jacob. It's Friday, then it's Saturday, and then we're down to 8.
Yep.
So we're gonna see if our predictions are right.
Drew, you know what's funny? Before we all go up, I was on TikTok and I was like seeing stuff about the Trojans. I saw you crashing out saying like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna bookmark this and I'm gonna come back to you a year or two later and see if you're correct or not." I saw you a few times in the comments. I was laughing.
Hit like when I say it, so I know you visited.
No, I did. I saw that on my timeline. I said, not this again. So I looked at the comments and I saw you, CC. I think it was like there was one about like let's talk about USC women's basketball, and then CC was talking about it, saying, okay, this is a stupid comment, and then she typed out a paragraph challenging her to go on her show, and she hasn't replied since. So I just started laughing. I said, yeah, that will get him. That will get him.
Yeah, come on the show. Come on the show. Let's talk about it. I've said that many times to people. Stop hiding behind your Twitter fingers, or tweeting and typing. Go on CC show. Come on my show. Like, give me what you got. Like, I mean, I'm gonna have a civil conversation. I'm just trying to see where you're coming from. What makes you all the way across the country that can't even stay up late complaining that the games are they got to stay up to midnight? Stay your old asses. I'm older than most of them, and they complaining about staying up. You complaining on a Friday freaking night about staying up, man, or Saturday or whenever the East Coast players are playing. Shut that shit down. Like, chill. Stay your asses up, just like anybody else would, and watch your team and support your team. And that's why people that comment about the Trojans, about Juju, and about everybody on our team, and Coach Lindsay, you over there way on the West Coast, on the South, or on the East Coast, knowing damn well you ain't watched the full game yet. All you going to is watching a bunch of highlights, and you're not even watching it. You're not watching. So don't come. That's what used to upset me last year, right, Louie? That used to piss me off, because I'm like, you don't even watch the whole game. You don't even watch us. Some people I've never seen really Jazzy before, and they say, oh, South Carolina, we're a 9th seed, and it was the most watched game.
We don't care, South Carolina.
We were the most watched, and they thought they were being the motion. You weren't the motion. They wanted to see our girls. That's what they wanted to see. They wanted to see what Jazzy Davidson looked like up close. You wanted to watch Juju on the bench and her reactions. That's what you came to see. Ken Dog, Malia, you just want to see our pretty girls. You wanted to see our team. You wanted to get a satisfaction. Why you wanted so much satisfaction to beat us, I have no idea. You're not beating Juju Watkins in USC. But I couldn't understand. I was like, what is the obsession with the Trojans? You're telling on yourself. Why are you guys, why do you have our coach in your mouth? But anyway, like I said, stay tuned. Stay tuned. The Avengers are assembling. I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace out and fight on. Thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, no problem.
Peace out.
Peace.
Around here, this is more than a game. It's family, it's culture, it's legacy. A community that understands the work, respects the grind, and honors the journey. From the hardwood to the highlight moments, to every player chasing greatness. This is where passion grows, where fans become family, where standards are protected, where women's basketball lives. Welcome to Everybody Loves Juju 12.